Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today, I'm gonna use the research I've done in my previous videos based on the Raptor metric and attempt to put together our roster. Right? So I'm using fanspo.com NBA trade machine. Alright, as you can see, the new salary information has been loaded up. It's using the salary information for next season. Alright, let's go. So we have a lot of cap space, so I'm gonna go after a star. Alright, and I think the person that we should go after the most should be CJ McCollum from the Portland Trailblazers. Alright, I think they are looking to make a move, alright, to make sure Dame is happy. Alright, and if they want to go for a big star, they would definitely have to trade CJ. So how do we get CJ? So we have a lot of cap space. We can absorb his contract using the traded player exception. And of course, we would probably need to give up a few of our draft picks. So let's say that deal is done. He's on our roster now. Okay, let's go ahead and fill out the rest of the roster. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna re-sign some of our returning players. Alright, and let's see. Okay, the first person I would re-sign would be D-Rose. Alright, he did really well for us during the season and the playoffs. So I'm gonna reward him with a salary bump. Alright, he was on about $8 million on his previous salary. So I'm gonna give him a 2-year deal, 10 million, a nice little increase. Okay, second player would be Bucks. Same thing, 2-year deal, a little bit of a salary bump. Right, he was on I think $6 million. So I'm gonna bump up his salary to 7 million. Okay, 2-year deal, Bucks, and the next returning player would be our anchor in defense, Nerlens. Same thing, gonna give him a 2-year deal, a nice salary increase. He was on 5 million, so $7 million. Oops, 7 million. Okay, and then we're gonna go get other players, new players. We're gonna target some new players in free agency. Okay, the first player we're gonna get is we're gonna get a guard. We are going to go after let's see, where is, there you go, Devontae Graham. Okay, he was on the minimum contract previously, so I think we can probably get him for 7 million. It's a huge bump from his previous minimum salary. Okay, next we're gonna sign a versatile wing player who can guard multiple positions. Alright, let's go for Derrick Jones Jr. Undrafted player who played his way back into the league, a high flyer, right? Can play pretty good defense, alright? Can guard a few, maybe 1 to 4 positions, 1 to 4. He was on I think a $9 million salary. So let's see. So I'm gonna put the same salary, 2-year deal. Okay, and then we're gonna round out the roster with a stretch big. Okay. Now the market on stretch bigs in free agency, it's not really huge. So I'm gonna go with, I know, Bobby Portis, but this time we're not gonna overpay him. He was on previously. He's currently on like a $3 million salary with the Bucks. All right, so let's increase that a little bit. Let's give him 5. All right, he's played pretty well this season. Can play a bit of defense. Can stretch the floor. Can shoot threes. All right, so this is gonna be my roster, right? My construction of the roster. Okay, as you can see, we still have a bit of cap space before we hit the tax, so I think we should be good. So in terms of the depth chart, let's take a look here. So we would have Vildoza is a question mark, so I'm not too sure. He looks good in the highlights, so I'm hoping he does well, right? So we have Graham, Vildoza, and Rose. All right, handling the ball. Burks, IQ, and CJ playing shooting guard, right? I mean, obviously McCollum is gonna start, right? Burks and IQ would come off the bench. Now this is a pretty good group. We have guys who can handle the ball, who can play off the ball and shoot. I think our backcourt will be pretty okay. So I'm gonna move RJ into the forward position, right? So he's gonna slot into the small forward position, where he'll be fighting for a spot with Derrick Jones Jr. and Kevin Knox. Now I really hope Knox starts to pick up his game. Otherwise, I don't know, he might be on his way out of the league. I like him. Well, we'll see. So at the power forward position, we have our all-star Julius Randle, and then Toppin. I hope he gets a lot more minutes in his second season. So Portis would be a good player to slot in at this spot, or he can maybe play a bit of small ball 5 at times. Can stretch the floor if Randle wants to post up. Right, I think this is a good mix of players. And at the center spot, we have Mitch, Noel, and Pell as the backup. So this is my pick for the roster in the offseason. What do you think? Drop me a comment down below. Do you have an idea who you want on our roster? Let me know in the comments, right? So like and subscribe for more future Knicks content. So going forwards, we are now at the stage where both the East and West are gonna play their conference finals. So I might be doing some breakdown on those games, right? So I'll see you guys in the next video. Go Knicks!